Hi guys, was that too loud? I feel like soft spoken ASMR is so much harder because you really have to balance being able to speak really quietly and softly and naturally. I'm just such a loud person, so I feel like whispering is normally like really good for me. I hope you like my pajamas, by the way. They're pennies because, to be fair, Penny's pajamas can kind of be shockingly a lot of money. Like, you'd think it's Marks and Spencer's. But basically, I decided to do this because someone commented on my last video suggesting it. And, like, I really appreciate any kind of suggestions because I really want to improve my ASMR game. Before, I was also told to try and like do more hand movements. People do love that. I'm more of like, I do love visual ASMR in terms of I like colors and like just watching people do their own makeup, but I'm never the type to watch certain like visual tests or specific role plays that require you to kind of like watch and pay attention. But I'm definitely going to do them in the future because I love the asking questions ASMRs, the interview ASMRs, the makeup ASMRs, book haul ASMRs, and like just hauls in general are the only ones where I will pay attention because I just love watching people do hauls. I think it's really fun. But any kind of suggestions that you have to help me improve, please let me know. Like, I'll take anything. It also like makes me really grateful to know that like people do actually watch this, and hopefully it does help people go to sleep and like relax, because that is the whole point. That's the whole reason I do this. I think that ASMR has helped me in the past few years in ways that like nothing else could, and I hope that I can be that to someone else. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about Cress. So, if you've watched my other video, I was showing you what books I'm currently reading, and I am 200 pages into Cress. And if you've read the Lunar Chronicles or like fantasy books, please let me know what you think about the series, because it's very easy to read. I will say it doesn't require a lot of brain power, which I absolutely love. Like, I easily read 100 pages today, more than 100 actually, with under like 30 minutes, because you kind of get the gist very easily. So I'm excited to finish this because I do really like that was very loud. I hope that didn't wake you up. I'm sorry. My sister is so loud. I really chose the wrong time to do this. I'm sorry. I basically really want to finish it before the holiday I'm going on next week, so that I can start my like silly little rom-com books. I have this book. I don't know, I love Tessa Bailey. Like, I love her books. I just think that her writing style, like, she's kind of underrated because I don't really hear people talk about her too often. But I read Hook, Line, and Sinker, and it literally was so good. Like, I ate that up. And people always talk about Ali Jimenez and like Emily Henry. I haven't read either of their new books yet because it's kind of expensive, I also really want to read Magnolia Parks, and this girl released a new book that she was working on for years, and it's called The Voice of the Ocean. And I really want to read that because the premise seems so good, and she worked on it for so long. And like, I know there's certain cases of like Light Lark where people knew if she was writing it and like can follow the process, and like Powerless, and people just didn't like it. They said that it wasn't very professional. They felt that like they could write it. It was very mixed opinions. So there is kind of a lot of controversy surrounding people who document their writing process online. But the premise of that one did seem good, and it's very new. So I do want to read that. Also, I think this is gonna have all of them. I also like, people rave about Elsie Silver, and I can kind of understand why people love her books, but I also don't really get like the hype, because I read Wild Love, and that's like quite a new series, so there's no excuse of it being like, okay, maybe it's just not her best one, because surely like her best ones are the most recent, because her writing style's improving. But it wasn't necessarily a bad book. It was more of like, wasn't my kind of storyline. I don't know. Maybe it's because I read it during like peak winter, and it didn't like align with my feelings at the time. I'm gonna read like Flawless, Heartless, all of them. There's one of those books where she's like a nanny for the guy, and I'm so curious on how that is. So I will check that one out. I really want to know what that one is like. I like the premise. There's Off to the Races. See, I don't understand all the different series. Like, I know that Wild Love is like all in this town of Rosehill. Don't understand the Flawless ones or like Off to the Races, but I do want to read them. But right now, Magnolia Parks is my priority. I have like loads of reserves on the library, but like it takes a while for books that you want to come in, and I have like no patience, so it's kind of sad. And I feel like because now everyone is on summer, like almost from college, they're going to be doing the same thing as me, unfortunately. But unless someone buys me a book as a gift, I fear I probably will not be getting them soon. But I was even watching like book videos and booktubers, and like it's very mixed reviews about Magnolia Parks, but like I feel like I'd love it because Gossip Girl is one of my favorite shows. I also recently finished You, the show, like Joe Goldberg. I could honestly talk about that for ages. I personally loved the ending. Everyone says it's very unrealistic, blah blah blah, but I just thought that like, I'm not gonna spoil it in case you haven't watched it, but there is like no other way it could have ended where I would have been satisfied. Even if it's not the most realistic ending, it's the most satisfying ending for me. And I know the way that it is brought to satisfaction could be considered controversial, but I think that they had to do what they could with the tools of the season. I'm just very glad they didn't do what they did last season and split it into two different parts, because that annoyed me to a whole new extent. Like, I just need it in like one part. I understood why last season, because there was like the big thing that came out after, like the reason why certain things were happening, and that was revealed in the second part of season 4. But this one is a very like one plot kind of thing, so one storyline, sorry. So it kind of made more sense to release it in one. I hate when they release it in two. Ginny and Georgia is being released in 2 or 1 actually. I think I'm thinking of Wednesday, but I never even finished season 1 of Wednesday. I thought it was kind of boring. Also, I saw in the trailer of Wednesday for season 2, they filmed a bit of season 2 in Trinity College in the business school. I was like, how did I miss this? Like, when did they do this? It must have been last summer. Because surely I would have seen something go on where, like, the building being closed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And please like, subscribe, comment down below for more recommendations, and let me know if you liked the soft spoken, if you'd like more soft spoken, or if you kind of prefer the whispers. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'm sending you lots of love and sweet dreams. Bye.